Good evening, Utica Curling Club curling fans. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club channel. And this evening we are bringing to you live on our web stream the Mickey Haase Women's League Playoff Final. This is game 2 and 3 this weekend. And week in our 2019-2020 kickoff season of champions. We'll be bringing you finals of all of our league and major bonspiel events this season. Glad to be here with you. I'm Roger Rowlett. We'll be calling the game tonight, and our two playoff teams are Erlene Pulio skipping a team with Liz Cato at third, Dawn Shear at second, Cindy Ciarelli at lead. Their opponents will be the team skipped by Michelle McEnroe. MJ Walsh is subbing in for Sue Williams tonight. Defold at second and Monica Spath at lead. These teams tied, I believe, at 6-1 in regular season play. And so we're here tonight to play off the tie and determine a Mickey Haase League champion for 2019. It's a busy night here at the club. You probably hear a lot of noise out there in the shed. We've got two other playoff games going on. We have the semifinals of the Charbonneau, which is the first half men's league. I'll have those up on the scoreboard as soon as I can tell who's playing whom on which sheet. But the Charbonneau semifinals feature the winners of each night, Monday and Tuesday nights, against the second place teams from each Monday and Tuesday nights. So those games feature Conrad Law, who won Monday night, against Pat Costello, who finished in second place on Tuesday. And our other semifinal match is Bill Morehouse, who won the Tuesday night league against Israel Acosta, who finished second on Monday. Winners of those two games will face off against each other tomorrow night. And we'll bring that to you live here on the web stream. Time yet to be determined, so take a look at our YouTube channel page for the correct time. And join us tomorrow night for what should be a really great final game in the Charbonneau League. But our featured game tonight is Michelle McEnroe versus Erlene Pulio. Flipping for hammer and stone color, and they had a hard time finding a coin. And we're underway. Looks like the McEnroe rink will have the hammer in the first in. They'll be playing the Blue Stones. Cindy Ciarelli with the first rock of the end. Monica Spath for Team McEnroe. Drawing out to the wings. Looks like that'll come up a little short. Make a nice corner guard, though. Good start to the end. Two stones in the rings now for the Pulio rink. Monica Spath being asked to remove this stone in the top of the rings. A little bit of a straight spot down this side of the center line. Really down weight though, moved up. And just enough to remove that stone from the rings. We played the sheet yesterday in the men's championship final and ran a little straight along that side of the center line. Had to be very careful with up weight. Tend to float out a bit into a little bit of a run there on the 1 foot line maybe. Now Dawn Shearer. Looking to remove the stone just thrown by Monica Spath. You can see that's running really straight. Nice weight though, came up at the end. It's gonna get a jam in the back though. And that's a little unfortunate. Leaves a blue stone in play. Now a chance for Michelle McEnroe to hit and roll and lay two. And they do have the last rock advantage here in the first end. Came inside out at it this time and curls into the run going that way. Just slid by. Interesting, they changed up the line on that. Everyone's been throwing that out turn down that center line. Runs really straight there. And coming the other way, pick up a little more curl. Now a chance for Dawn Shearer to stick another stone in the rings and sit 1-2. And this one's just going to come up for a guard, it looks like. Now Defoe playing this inside out line again, looking to peel the guard that was just thrown. Good solid weight here. Might get the double. And will. Well, not quite on the raised stone. Just going to roll out to the outer 12 foot. Nice cleanup job though. Got rid of a danger stone in front of the rings. And there's a blue stone in the front that can be used. Can be raised or run. Just missed the double. Needed to curl up just another 1/4 inch. Now Liz Cato, third for Team Puleo. Looking to draw around the center guard. Again, trying to set 1-2 here. And this was going to wreck. Just so much curl out there. You've got to take almost 5-6 feet of ice to get around those center guards. Now a choice for Michelle. Electing to remove this yellow stone in the front of the rings. That is the danger rock at this point. Opposition can use that stone. MJ Walsh now with her first. Just looking to clear the guard. And that little run there. You get into that run, it just doesn't move. Yeah, we had a lot of chances to see that yesterday and have to play those really tight on that side with any kind of weight. Even a well-thrown rock will drift out a little bit. Now Liz Cato with a second chance to bring one around and sit 2. And this one's going to wreck also. Just a little light, just over curled. Little switch of plans here. Looks like might be looking at raising a blue stone. Now another thought coming around. Still don't mind removing the yellow stone up front. Gives you chances to score. That rock on the outer 12 isn't going anywhere. Michelle asking MJ to draw around the outside. This may not be enough ice. Signaling they have plenty of weight. They're going to have to go just to get by, I think. And it's by, but just too heavy. Yeah, with the proper weight, I think that's crashing. First skip rock now for Arlene Puleo. Looking to sink a yellow stone around those cluster of center guards. No shortage of curl out here. Almost on the edge of the 12, and again, this still may not be enough ice. And that one wrecks the guard. Does get a little spin toward the inside, but at least from our camera vantage point here, it looks like it's about 3/4 open. The amount of curl we have out here, this is easily gettable with hack weight. Can probably even get this with board weight. Taking very tight ice for this shot. You can almost make the shot with this ice with normal weight. Might even be a half rock double here. Probably get a half rock double here and send this one over the top. It may just go over the top. Don't think you can sweep this too early. No, this one's floating out a little bit. Very surprising. Oh, it's going to come over enough, I think. And it's going to get a nice little half rock double. And we talked about that was a possibility. Just touched the blue on the way by in the back, though. But blue is sitting 1 here. If they caught that just a hair thinner, they might have got the clean double on those two yellows. When barely avoid the jam in the back. Smart play here is probably just to run off a blue stone, sit 3, and force a draw. Get your force. Can probably even roll in here. Don't think there's any reason not to remove this blue stone. This is curling really hard. And going to miss everything. Now chance for a cheap deuce now for Michelle McEnroe. With her last rock here in number 1. They're going to play the safe side over here to avoid running into a yellow rock. So the good news is they probably can't mess this up. The bad news is this is unknown territory. Not a rock has been thrown down this side. First end might be a little stiff out here. There is some backing if they have the ice right. Last rock first end, Michelle McEnroe. Drawing for 2. Weight looks pretty good. Just need to bite. 8 foot is plenty. And that's a nice draw. That's for 2. Nicely thrown on unknown ice here in the first end. And that's the deuce for Team McEnroe. They jump out to a 2-0 lead after 1. Erlene Pulio with Yellow Rocks will have the last rock here in the second end. We'll get you updated on scores across the sheets here with the Charbonneau semifinals going on tonight. After one end of play, Bill Morehouse jumped out to a 3-0 lead against Israel Acosta. First end still in progress over on sheet 4. Pat Costello against Conrad Law. We'll catch you up to date when that end is complete. Back to our feature match. Monica Spath with her first stone. Splits the center line. The nice tight guard. Now Cindy Cirelli would be asked to draw out to the wing. Cindy Cirelli trying to remove. Shot stone now to sit 2. And again, curling really hard. Going to catch a piece. And can they keep the shooter? And yes, the shooter will hang on. And the house is now nicely split. Team Pulio sits 2 split now. Nice setup for a multiple score. Defold being asked to come around the center guard and neutralize those 2 wing stones. This one looks really tight. Now it'll wind up being a second guard. They are staggered, however, so you can get around those. It'll be tough to remove shot stone. Erlene's going to try to get there first with Don Shearer. Looks like that one's going to go fairly deep. And just off the rings. And it is. So another chance now for Team McEnroe. They're going to do some cleanup now. Defoe is going to be asked to remove Shot rock. Trying to cut down the damage. Need to be firm out here. This will come up. And going to get a nice roll out of this too, I think. Very nice roll. Goes to the back of the 4. And it is exposed. Don Shearer trying to remove that nice hit and roll just shown, thrown by Defoe. Coming in very nicely. Not going to get to the inside. Going to get right to nose. Now a chance for MJ Walsh to get around just to the inside of the stone and roll to the button. He's throwing hack weight here. Maybe heavy hack will do the trick. Main thing is to get rid of the stone first. And rolls it right to the top of the button. Still gettable though, I think. I mean, it's completely under, but I think you can tap this out with hack weight. Arlene's going to take a second look here. You could take a run at this, and if you crack the guard, at least you open things up. I think if you freeze to it now, you may never get another better look at it. So they're going to go after it with hack weight here. Liz Cato. Oh, if they get by, this is a fine shot. They're by. It's going to roll away. That's a really nice shot. Got it away from those center guards as well. That'll force MJ to chase this rock out here. Try to roll back under. Can't afford to let Team Puleo sit 2 for too long. They might set up a 3. These look so wide, but they'll come right up. Just going to get a good piece of it, I think. Not going to hang around. Free shot now for Team Puleo. They can go right around the center guard at no risk. Sit 2. That'll force freeze. Take that other yellow stone out of play. Team Law grabbed a single there in the first, and they take a 1-0 lead over Pat Costello on one of our Sharp semifinals. Threw one into play. Lovely draw there by Liz Cato. Going to come a shade deep. Would have liked to have that right on the top 4. A very fine shot. Team Puleo now sits 2. That'll force Michelle McEnroe to throw a freeze to squeeze down the scoring area. Michelle can lock a freeze on here to make a deuce really difficult for Team Puleo. That's why you'd like to have that rock maybe about 1 or 2 feet higher. Then a freeze, still leaves you with a whole 4 foot to draw to. Important shot here. First skip rock for Michelle McEnroe. Looking to cut down the scoring area. With Team Puleo sitting 2 now. I don't think this has the weight. It's going to over curl. Yeah, just not nearly enough weight. That was just maybe barely top 12. Now a chance to drop another one in. Choose your side for this. I think it's about the same. There's so much curl on this intern side that I think you can get to the top button either way. You can either come in, whoops, so you get my whiteboard on here. Draw attempt came up short. Going with the out-turn draw. Same idea, trying to freeze to shot stone. And again, just light. I'd love to get this stone to outcount the yellow counter. That will not be enough. Just 2 light throws there. Line was pretty good. Now a chance for Arlene Puleo to take the lead here with a draw. Score 3 here in the second end. Weight looks really good. This is going to be right on tee line, just back 4. And that's a 3 spot. Nice comeback by Team Puleo. They grab a 3-2 lead after 2. Team McEnroe with the blue rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the 3rd end. Now a chance for Team Puleo to set 2. This draw is going to come up and nestle against the first rock. Leaves a nice pocket to draw to. And those stones aren't too much of a concern to Team McEnroe. They're behind tee line and provide some backing. Also potential jam stones to draw in front of as well. Michelle going to throw a corner guard here. Good opportunity to get some guards up with hammer here with 2 stones behind tee line. Team Puleo ignored that little blue binder and decided just to throw a stone in front of their stones on the back of the house. Now a chance to remove that stone and sit 3rd and 4th with a potential double in the back later in the end. So blue stones are building up a little bit now with a hit and roll here. And this is going to touch them all. And remove 2. And spin another one to the 12-foot. So all of a sudden, blue stone starting to gather in the rings. And Arlene Pulio will have to start removing blues here. Lonely yellow stone in the rings. Dawn Shearer now going after second stone in the front of the rings. And they nosed it. And will it go out? It will go out. Now, if they want, Michelle McEnroe can hit the yellow stone in the back of the rings and sit 2. And that's what they're going to do. Defoe going after shot rock. Looks pretty narrow. And I don't think they'll be able to hold this. They'll remove the tripper in the back of the rings, but not else. And now a chance for Marlene to remove the other blue stone. Looking to draw in and set 1-2, and that's an okay option as long as you make it. As long as you make it and don't leave a double. Liz Cato can certainly throw a precision draw. So coming around center guard is trying to set 1-2 here. Keep the force in play. This one's turning hard. And that'll go right to the 4-foot. Just behind T-line. Yep, like running off this center guard. Rolling another blue one on the rings now. And again, you've got some possibilities. Still got 4 rocks to go here. Open up shot stone. Try to spin this blue rock on the rings and maybe sit 2 and 4. And you have a shot for a double on the remaining yellow stones, or certainly having an opportunity to get your single. First things first. Hit a yellow rock here. And you got to keep your shooter. Caught that a little thin. They're going to keep the shooter on the ring, so that's a good outcome. 3rd and 4th stone, though. Would have loved to have get second rock there. Would have been just perfect. So sitting 1 and 2, Team Pulio has the option of just throwing a guard here and keeping a steal alive. Wouldn't even be a bad thing to sit 3 in this spot, but you need to be a little careful. There's some blue hanging around the rings. And this one might come in a little deep now. That's going to give an opportunity for a double. Those are frozen up pretty nicely. MJ Walsh now looking to remove a couple stones from play, at least get them scattered around. Good solid weight here. Get this just off nose. On the low side, you might get all three. Yeah, needed to hit that crossover just a shade more to remove both, but a pretty good result now. Team McEnroe now sitting second, fourth, and fifth stone. So a little danger for Team Pulio. Colleague Dave Cragnolan's joined me. Looks like he got off work.
He got off the couch.
Got off the couch.
long,
still reeling from yesterday.
Long weekend. Long weekend. Congratulations to you and the rest of our team, Howard and Ray Edick. It was a long weekend and a prosperous one in the ranks of club curling. We're in uncharted water this weekend, Roger.
There you go. As long as I don't have to go back out on sheet 5, I'm happy guy. Gave me migraines.
Well, a good flood is going to help some of the situations, a few situations that we do have out there. Certainly a flood once we're done curling in the first half always helps those kind of scenarios go away. Oh, we're back. No Curling is back in the broadcast booth here. It's always fun to call the games.
I'd much rather be out there playing than calling a game for the final.
Definitely.
Yeah. So a little pickle here for Arlene. She shot rock, but there's a lot of blue hanging around the rings.
No hammer here for Arlene.
And they're electing to guard, it looks like, and that is a dangerous call, I think.
Gutsy for sure.
Yep.
She doesn't make her guard. She takes the risk of allowing blue to sit a pile if they can get that yellow rock off the button.
Well, it opens up a deuce for sure, and could open up the floodgates with all those blues in.
This is where if you have confidence in the shot that you're throwing, it certainly will make makes a difference when you say to yourself, okay, I got to throw a guard and I'm going to throw a guard. This looks pretty good. It may overcurl.
If you freeze on the blue one, it's a lot better.
True. She may just tap and flop off the blue one, which could leave a double there.
Yeah, not liking that. Now there's a double there now.
Yeah, there's a couple feet of separation in between the rocks as well.
Now there's a chance. You hit this little bad boy high, right? And gaboom.
Yeah, they're both going to go bye-bye.
Gaboom, they'll both go, and that's that'll be sitting 2. The shooter will probably roll over here. And you have to make a double back to get out of the end. They played aggressive early in the end and kept all those blue rocks in play when they could have run them off, and now they might come back to bite you. There are 3 blues on the rings. And another one coming. This is Michelle McEnroe's first rock. Got to be careful in this spot, though. This is the run spot.
We saw this last night.
I have nightmares about one I missed down this line already. So
the team we played also had a couple of
that's right.
adventures coming down this particular path. Dean Kelly and Eric Krumma both had rocks that seemingly had the correct weight.
And right on the line.
Right on the line, it just wouldn't come off there.
They just don't move.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful here. You want to make sure you make contact.
Just don't want to overthrow this, that's all.
You think you could probably make the double even with board weight here.
Agreed. And she didn't overthrow it at all.
It's not wide, so they can sweep this out. And they're pulling it. And there it goes, right into the run.
Got to leave it.
Yeah, you got to stay right off.
There it is right there. Isn't that something?
Yeah, backed right up. They're going to
chip the top one off, I think. Yeah, just doesn't move there.
Yeah, you just don't believe it until you can see it a couple times.
You know, we didn't have the opportunity to take no ice, like the corner of the rock, and throw firm, and I'm wondering if that would have been enough to get, if that would have been a way of making that shot.
I think it still floats out if you throw any weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine line. If you cut it tighter, it'll yank over the center line. So, right. I think it's a very tricky spot to throw anything up weight. Well, I tell you what, if you're confident in hitting accuracy. I would love to just hit the blue stone. Sit 3, get yourself out of trouble.
I didn't notice the score is 3-1, is it? Yeah, okay.
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, and this is last rock for Arlene with one more to come. And you need to sit 1-2 with no double here, or you got to get rid of the blue rock.
And it looks like with the ice that she's allowing herself here, that she is trying to make a hit on this blue stone, I would think. Again, you just can't overthrow this an ounce.
You overthrow this, you'll take your own yellow out in the back.
Did you listen to some of the broadcasts from last night?
A little bit.
Was it quiet? Was the audio quiet? Okay.
A little bit down.
I wonder if they had these things turned up or not, but it was very faint in certain places. Yep. And the music kept coming out, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, well, that was another issue which they weren't aware of.
This is a perfect shot for Arlene. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, well played. She took just the right ice and weight there to make that shot. And
yeah, just like a hacked wake type takeout.
Yeah, anything more and it'll run.
Very nice throw. Now, do you get cute and try the double here? For a bundle? No, it isn't for a bundle, is it? It's actually only for one anyway.
It's a good way to give up steal, too.
Yeah, that's right. It's only one. I thought I wasn't sure if the blue rocks were up counting the yellow one or not.
I think I'd be throwing a draw here.
Yeah.
I think you just come to the back stone.
And you can get this to curl this way if you throw, draw weight.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you have a couple places. If you chip off the top stone or come to the back one, I think you're safe.
Yeah.
You just want to be careful here, whatever shot you pick. Make sure you know the ice and you know the right weight to throw.
It's funny, quite often I have, if those of us who've ever played curling before have had rock dreams. Last night I had rock dreams, but they were good ones.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to make this draw, Roger. I like where you got the broom, and I'm going to make it.
Yeah. This is hanging a bit.
Hey, Kim.
If the weight's down, this is going to come up. No, it's still trying.
She's got it. She's got it.
It's going to hang around is the question.
No, did not.
And it's going to roll too far. And just too much weight. That's going to be a steal or two.
Drop the deuce here, yeah.
Thing is, that's why I like throwing that heavy draw there, or just a draw, because it keeps your shooter around.
Yep. And you can get it to curl.
That will definitely curl.
Can help you there.
Just that line is so tricky with hit weight that you have to be so careful not to grab that a little wide. And it was a well thrown rock. It wasn't off the broom.
Correct.
It just ran into that run.
Yep.
So unfortunate. That's going to pile on another 2 for Team Pulio after 3. Now they lead 5-2. Team McEnroe will have to get to work here. Game still in reach. We're only 3 ends in. Try to take a cruise around the sheets here and update you on the other scores. Team Morehouse leads Team Acosta 4-0 after 2 ends of play. And we're all tied up on our other sharp final. Team Law and Team Costello all tied up. Team Law's got the last rock advantage here in the third end. Back to our feature match.
We will be broadcasting the Charbonneau final tomorrow evening.
We will. We don't know what time yet. Depends on who wins these games. But we'll be back here on the UCC channel. It'll be our third game of our 2019-2020 Club Season of Champions. We will do all the league playoffs, finals, major bonspiels. So tune in and see some good club curling. Dave and I will probably be around for those unless we're out there on the ice.
Absolutely. Yeah, Saturday night we looked at each other after our semi game and whoops.
Oh, trying to make an electrical malfunction here.
Okay, I got it. Minor little malfunction here in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, we're learning to keep our drinks like behind the keyboard. That's is the best place for it. Not in front of it.
All right, we're back. Gonna chip this blue rock right over to the pot, I believe. Oh, a little more then. Okay. Got a little more of it than I thought it was gonna get. They actually made a nice safe haven for that yellow stone in the back 8.
Yeah, that's going to neutralize that blue rock back there. So those 2 rocks are no factor anymore.
True.
So start over, get around the corner guard.
It's funny, you play this game for so long, and you start looking for little nuances of the game that can help you win ends.
Yep.
If you're keen to those kind of little things, the plan Bs of our game, it's a lot of games are won with plan B.
You also got to recognize when you just got to start over, and you can't salvage the junk you have in front of you.
Absolutely.
So those 2 stones in the back of the rings now are pretty much dead.
Yeah. With hammer, that's not a great spot for that rock.
Yeah, you could split that one on, though. I think it's a danger rock for Team Pulio.
Yeah,
I don't think they like it there. You draw around it, they'll raise it.
True.
If you hit it, you're worried about jamming it, but again,
Sure.
that comes down to the confidence of your teammate and being able to peel that without running it onto your own stones.
Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't be the end of the world if you ran it right back to the beak of the yellow one.
I say anything back there is pretty much
Yeah.
goner anyway.
Yeah.
Don't think they're going to score.
Don Scher looking to draw here behind that blue center guard. Plenty of weight. Plenty of weight. Right on the button, I believe. Might have covered the pin. Very beautiful. Nice shot there from Don.
It's going to be open, though. I think you can come right down to that or even tap it back. There's plenty of curl on this side. That's not the issue. It looks like it's hanging out there, but it's not. Well, it's a little heavy.
Really starting to come over now. I don't think it's going to get there, though. No, it's going right by it.
Going to nick it.
Little nudge.
And just about 8 feet too heavy.
Yep. Erlene getting aggressive here and just want to pile him on the 4-foot now.
Yeah, you pile another one on. You got plenty of curl. You could bury this one.
Couple of guards up. One being a blue one.
They're going to force Team McEnroe into coming around the outturn side.
And a curl. This might be tight. This is a very curly spot, and then this is going to over curl.
And it's got plenty of weight though. And it's going to come anyway. Look at it.
Yeah, if you don't catch it before it goes,
Yeah, you're cooked.
you're done.
And that opened up shot rock, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's the way it's curling. Still tough. You got to come with sort of almost hack weight to get this, I think.
Yeah, it might have come with more.
Even
of course,
more.
you're coming down this run, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I like hack.
Just through hack. Michelle, I think that's what she counted out, Tom J.
I don't think you can draw there for love nor money.
Agreed.
That port is too tight.
Yeah.
This will be a tricky weight to throw. You overthrow it, it's going to run. If you underthrow it, it'll probably crank. You need to throw the Goldilocks weight here.
It's tight.
They can sweep it to hold it.
Maybe.
They're holding it.
Maybe. Maybe. Oh, what a throw, MJ. What a
They
nice
held
shot.
it, and they're going to get a nice roll.
That's
and
a great throw. Unfortunately, they left yellow sitting one still, but still a great shot.
Well, they just skinnied the guard. They couldn't throw it any tighter.
Right, exactly.
You just couldn't. Open up the rings, though. Now, all of a sudden, that's a very lonely yellow. And it's now accessible, right? It's just sitting in the open.
Not even looking. I think Liz just pointed that out to Erlene.
And there's a lot of blue around again.
Looking for a tap on this yellow one, I believe.
You know, we were in this spot yesterday almost. I like playing this out-turn draw. You get one in, and if you're short, you cover the thing on the back, right?
Yep. Yeah, we had a couple of those yesterday. That.
You know, we were a hurting unit in a couple ends. We had the lonely rock that was shot rock, but not very healthy looking.
Yep. Line's great on this. It's definitely going to come over enough to get it. Want to hit it on the outside a little bit off nose. It might get to the nose by the time it gets to it.
Yeah, you want to hit this high side. It's going to be right on the nose.
Yep. Good throw, though. Very nice. Would have liked to got that behind the other guy, but it's still guarded. This is a tough shot to get to with the intern.
I think you're going to have to run the guard.
I think you're right. Hey.
You can probably get this inside out.
Come up the center?
Yep.
Just.
And this will crank hard and then run straight. Again, once it gets into the run.
Coming right. Good call.
You don't mind if you run the guard off, though. That's perfectly fine. You'll still have two more rocks.
Real tight. Definitely making contact with the top yellow. If you come up, you might be able to chip them both.
If you can spin this one on the rings, it would be perfect.
Maybe. And it might be. I'm not sure. From here, we can't tell with that blue rock. It looks like it's on the rings.
Nice thing about sitting 1-2 here for yellow is you can guard that top stone with impunity. Because I don't think there's a double. Certainly not an easy double. There is a thin double on the yellows.
Oh, yeah. The Dean Kelly shot.
Yeah, that would be for a pile. I mean, if you hit like a, a thin quarter.
Yeah. Boop, boop.
You could get them both. But there will be one more yellow rock to deal with here.
Sure.
Shortly. I think if you sit 3 here, you probably can't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, to put one behind those two blue ones, just touching the 4-foot circle would be huge. Definitely making, it's going to split them. Pretty good. 3 yellow at the present.
Now, where do you hide? Play the double flop? Yeah, I think you play the flop onto the yellow stone. I think that was the play, right? And then try to get rid of the other one with your last.
Yeah, Erlene would almost have to guard if she throws that one.
So we're thinking of hitting that rock and rolling here.
Okay.
Or you take the top one off and roll. You got your choice there. Take the top one off and roll in front.
Yeah, you're still bringing a deuce into the play if you can make a shot here.
Or do you hit shot rock and try to roll for shot behind the corners? And then see if you can get rid of this one later. I think you got to get rid of one. Or you could just freeze here. I don't know how you get there. There's no way to get there.
No, there is not.
Can't come through the guards, and
Nope.
you can't go through the rock on the top 4. So
Maybe with your out turn.
I think they're looking at doubling off these 2 stones,
Yep.
trying to keep the shooter. So you're going to try to hit this fairly high and thin and maybe roll a little bit, and then catch that stone and push it out. I think there's so many jams back here, though.
A lot of catchers.
The one on the back 4 goes through the hole. I don't know where the one they're raising goes. It may catch on one of the blues. And we're in this run, so...
I don't know. Down weight, this is going to buckle. This is going to buckle down weight.
Here it comes, hard.
It's already missed the top one. Might miss the back one.
I got the back one full.
Yeah, I got the back one full. That's a pretty darn good shot. Could have swept it a little harder maybe to get it, but a little more momentum to get it behind those guards, but...
Well, they just have to come kill that rock.
Yep.
And Erling will be sitting 3 and will be forcing Michelle to single.
It's like Israel got off the schneid in the 4th end.
Yeah, it looks like they dropped to 3 with a hammer there in the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
On their opposition. Costa got himself on the board. So Israel is down 4-1 after 3. I think we're all caught up. And you just don't want to overthrow this one. You'll crash on your own yellow.
Line looks good.
And that's coming over nicely.
Yeah, it's a good throw here.
It's a nice soft weight, just hack.
She can get a roll underneath these blue guards and leave the 4 foot. She's going to force. No, it's actually just flattening out. Okay.
Interesting. The doubles, well.
I don't know. I think there's a jam with a double, don't you?
Actually, you can make this with a little kiss and flop.
Over the top. Okay.
We made that shot this weekend. Just
Yeah.
make the little kiss and flop.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play for the nose hit, but if you can kiss that yellow stone on the way by,
Thump, thump.
then you'll drive the second one straight back. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we want to come down here, and you just want to nick that stone. This will go straight out, and this one will spin out that way. And that's a deuce.
And then you apologize on your way out.
Not if you call it. Not if you call it. But that is the way.
It looks like what she's throwing. I would say that's where MJ's got her broom. That's certainly, nose is good too. Nose.
I think you play for your single.
Right.
You can't really call that shot because you give up a steal.
Right.
But if you just happen to get the lucky kiss, right?
Tight.
This
Oh,
could
God,
be good.
This is real tight now. He's on the top one.
Now they're going to clunk the top one pretty hard. That was not enough
It's
weight.
just going to jam it into it, I think, anyway. Might get enough of it to skid it off there, but. One for sure. Two, just one.
Just the one, I think.
Just like one, yeah.
Just need more weight there.
Yeah.
So another steal, now 6-2 after 4. Team McEnroe with the Blue Rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the 5th end.
Didn't want that. I call that the hurt shot. Not exactly.
Yep. Yeah, huge end was brewing on sheet 4, and an untimely
chunker
roll just opened up a wall of stones to draw to. It's how to turn a score of 4 into -1.
Boy, oh boy. And it's so often that one rock and end can really change the complexion of an end. We see that at every level of play.
Well, you can curl around corner guards. That rock curled pretty hard. Wrecked on the corner. Now it's like the teams threw the wrong colors. They have a blue center guard and a yellow corner guard.
They're going to like this one. Wow.
And again, we're looking at sheet 4 as they just paid for their mistake of opening up the wall. And now they're looking at a rock frozen on the pin surrounded by 3 rocks. That's the definition of being in jail. So Team Pulio coming around the center.
This will go sideways if it's the right weight. And there it goes.
And do they get by?
Maybe.
They are by.
Good throw.
By a good half foot. That's going to bury.
Yes, to the tee line, I think. A little past. Good throw.
Came out the backside.
Yeah, got to be happy with that.
Either want to freeze the stone or be just above it. And a little too heavy. That freeze attempt. You want to be above that rock, or don't have to be perfectly frozen, you just need to be in control of it. Keep your rocks above their rocks.
Never hurts.
Now a chance for Don Shearer to plop one right in front of it. Top 4. And the chase will be on.
Yeah, I'm looking for the same shot that Cindy just threw. It's right in that line. This one might be a little tighter.
It's a little bit hotter, I think. Coming down, though.
I don't know. This one's
sideways.
not by. This one's not by. Oops.
Don't open her up, that's for sure.
No, and it didn't.
Yep, clear the yellow. You can use the blue. Does the job.
Yellow looking to steal again here.
Good setup. They can hook another yellow one around the blue. Make life difficult. Let's go top 8 here.
This one's out farther. Weight's real good, though.
And this will buckle. There's no question this will turn.
This is going to come right to the yellow shot, I believe. Oh, this is great rock. Let it come up just a little. Oh, that's a beautiful throw.
Good spot.
Very nice shot.
Nice spot.
Dawn Scher with a beauty.
That rock will have to go. If that had 1 or 2 more feet, it would have been absolutely perfect, just half buried. There is a chance for a double here. Hit about 2/3 of a rock here. He might get both.
I think she's got them both. It's going to go over now. It's going to go over the top.
It's going to be over the top,
over
I
the
think.
top. Yep. Good try there from D.
Force him to throw it again. See if he can make it a little better. And Liz Cato playing that same come around. Starting to bolt.
Oh, it's tight.
It's on the guard already.
It's on the guard for sure. Good guard, though. It's going to take the blue rays away, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that.
you still got to come around. The port is getting tighter on squirrely ice.
Could still peel here. There's a double peel. Need to open something up. You either need to tap the blue out of the way, sit second rock, peel the yellow rock, or you're just coming around. If you come around, you better make it because you'll never get another look at it. I think you can easily move this off the button area.
Really got to trust the broom here because it curls so hard.
Well, it looks goofy. It looks like you're going to wreck on the corner guard, and you go by
it's
it
not.
by
This
a mile.
this is by 6 inches.
More than that.
More
Look at
than
that.
that.
It's going sideways.
This is a good shot here from MJ. This is a
We're-
beauty.
We're clunking it.
This is a beauty. Oh no, it skidded by.
Oh, it didn't. It just
Wow, flattened down.
It stopped going.
It stopped going. Very weight sensitive, huh? Top
Well, they
four,
moved it into the open on the intern side, so
Yep. Yep.
well, it looked like money when it came.
Sure did. And yellow's got to believe to go heading for the top of the 4 foot here, I would think. Sit 1 and 2. Front end thinks it's heavy, as do I. Back 4 maybe.
Coming down. Yeah, back 4. Well, there's a huge pocket there now. You can definitely get there. I wouldn't come to the pocket though. They'll just freeze on the pin. You just want to go. You want to go top 4, top button.
Yeah, you want to be shot rock, right?
And you don't want to be behind tee. They're just going to freeze.
They're
They
down 4. They really need to score a multiple here. So,
You can get 2 if you go top button here.
yes.
Keep in mind, I think you can still throw the intern on the other side to get a second one on the 4 foot.
The players certainly know this line.
This is on the back one, I think.
I don't know.
I think so.
Do you think? He's going to lay it right in the pocket, I think.
I want to stop top button.
Perfect shot. It's a great throw.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice shot there from MJ. Certainly brings 2 back into the picture.
I'd like to stop 6 inches higher. That way, when they push you back, you've got a bigger scoring area. If they lock one on here and push you back for shot,
covers everything up.
Your scoring area is basically the pin.
Yeah.
You have almost no way to get a second one in. So you hope they come up short here or rub off. Otherwise, you're playing for a single. Last rock 5th in for Early and Pulio. 1 to come.
No. First skip.
2 to come.
First skip.
First skip rock.
First skip rock.
Several to come. That one took a huge turn.
Sure did. Going to freeze right onto it, I think.
Yeah, it's right to it. Just
Good,
about.
good
well, that's
spot.
a good outcome for Team McEnroe. They got a chance to put another one. Oh, where do you put this at? Where do you put this one?
I think you got to come the other way.
You can't play the out turn because I think you leave yourself exposed.
I think you got to come the other way.
I think you can freeze on the back
You
one.
like going
with the
after
end.
that back one? I think I like that.
Freeze on it, yeah. Freeze on the back one.
Not taking a look at it yet. I don't think that's a bad idea, though. Right there.
So I'm thinking you bring a rock here.
Why not? Sit 1,
and
2.
now they can't do much with this turn. They
Correct.
can't do a lot,
I'm just
right?
going to jam it into there.
Right, it's just going to bounce off, and you've already got your 2 locked up. What I don't like about playing this one is if you put the rock here,
you leave the double.
They may just push this one out,
Yeah.
right, and jam this one back, and then you're sitting right there blocking everything, right?
Yeah. They never took a look at the in-turn freeze, but again, they've been playing here. They know the ice here.
Yep.
The other shot is sort of a hope. You made an end saver yesterday coming that way. We hadn't played.
Well, we had almost the same situation, really looking at it, as the second rock you needed in had to be on that in-turn side.
And you stuck it.
I don't think they can get hurt on this out-turn draw the way the rocks are lined up now, because I think they can't push the blue one back without cracking the top yellow.
This looks real light to me. It's just guarding, I guess. It's going to overcurl, unfortunately. Had to get out almost off the rings to fill that hole up.
Well, I'd leave that hole open. You might need that shot. You need 2 ways in to get your deuce.
Now with that rock up, I think that
Erling
can go for the...
She can play the in-turn draw.
Oh, yeah.
Erling could play this and cut off the deuce from this direction.
Yeah.
Michelle's got 2 ways in, right? I mean,
Correct.
she can draw either out turn or in turn for deuce. So actually passing was a good option.
Sure.
Because you can't cut off
What
both.
if Erling comes down and just taps that yellow one in the top of the 4 off to the side and sits 1, 2? There's nowhere to go for the rock
that
on
could
the
work.
pot. I think that's what she's throwing. She snugged her ice up just a little.
So you're saying just come in and kind of bounce off this a little
right
bit?
there, yep.
And then just
That's not bad.
push this one out here.
Yeah, and sit 1, 2.
And then you've got the whole path blocked, right?
And then it's danger Will Robinson for yellow, because if they run the ones off in the back, they could really. No, they're still not going to give up more than 2.
No.
Because blue is out of. Blue does have one more rock.
But they have to get full 4 to score.
Early,
deuce.
not so. And they're looking at your shot here,
Now
Roger.
they're looking at the other one, yeah. The question is, what's the easier deuce here? I mean, they can't stop both.
Correct.
So do you make Michelle throw the unknown turn? They haven't thrown all in, or do you let her throw the one they've been throwing all in?
Yes.
So I think you cut off the one they know, right?
I think so.
So they know this out turn. Cut off the out turn, make them throw the in turn. They're likely to stick the out turn. Having a long think just to make sure they get this right.
Yep.
And I think Liz has talked Arlene into playing this out turn draw.
Ice, they know.
Yep. And, you're not trying to get shot rock here because I don't think you can. But you want to shut off the easiest path.
And if you over curl coming with the in-turn and you pop that blue guard out of the way, you're going to have an easier path into that yellow one, right? With the in-turn.
Well, I mean, if you rack and just roll into the gap, that's fine, too.
Sure.
I mean, you just need to plug this gap.
Yeah.
You can't block both shots unless you play the shot you described.
Sure.
Which is the little bounce off the yellow.
Just a little bounce. Just tap it over to a biter on the forefoot.
Right. This is tight.
Big time. Hi, Donna. If it's by, it's money.
It's going to squeeze.
Just skinnied it by.
It's gonna
my
squeeze.
goodness, this is going to work out.
This is the shot you called, right?
Yeah, not enough weight. Not enough weight. Wow, almost.
Okay, so there's 2 ways in. So the only question is, do they want to throw the in or the out? And Michelle has spotted the in turn. Didn't take her long.
Nope.
And I think it's easier now because I think that second yellow rock has made it a little more difficult for the out turn draw.
Yes.
It's just about 2 inches over more.
Yeah, you got to just miss this yellow guard out in the 6 foot.
Yep, so you can get full 4 here, no problem. Not that it's easy to throw, but the path is there.
Yeah, you laid one in there with no sweeping yesterday, if I recall. It was against 2.
Well, it's on virgin ice, too. It's the same kind of idea. It's like you're throwing. We haven't thrown this draw all end, right?
Howie and Ray, eyes kept coming to me. I didn't say a word. Eyes to me, I didn't say a word.
Well, Michelle stuck this draw on the first end on brand new ice, so
I think you got to go.
There's plenty of curl here.
Oh, this is over curling.
And it's gonna
come
off the ramp. Came off the ramp out there.
Gone.
So a single for
weight was pretty good.
Single for Team McEnroe. Narrows the gap to 6-3, but they are down 3 after 5 without the last rock. So Arlene Pulio will have the yellow rocks and the last throw here in the 6th end. Okay, you got 3 ends to go, right? So it's just steal, steal, steal. Right?
That's it.
Get yourself an extra end.
Get the guards up. Game on.
Got to start burning bridges now. As someone asked me in a skips clinic I ran, it says, when do you press the panic button? I said, well, this would be a good time. Down 3 with 3 to play without hammers. It's time to take some risk.
Yep.
So you're either going to get a couple steals here or you're going to probably give up a big end, but got to go. 2 center guards here, and then start lobbing them in. Very nice, high guard. He can throw a tight one.
Yep. It's funny how you can play to the wings with hammer. When the team without hammer puts a center guard up, you can play to the wings when you have confidence that the person who's going to be throwing second after the guard zone is gone can make those runbacks or those peels.
If you can't peel, you can't play that game because you'll just get murdered on the forefoot.
Yeah, quite often at the club level we play at, you got to come around. You got to at least come around or get into the 8 foot or somewhat close to the center line, but because usually the game is won on the 4 foot circle.
Yep. Well, even if you play the wings, you're planning on scoring your second rock in the 4 foot circle. You're either going to play a tap back or you're going to get those center guards open and you're going to hit something in the middle. think the mistake people make is they play to the wings and then they don't get that center guard off. Okay, tight guard here is just fine. Don't need to be on the rings here.
I don't know that they're getting it over.
You can just play a high guard here. Don't want to bunch them.
A few feet over.
A little too close for
like
my
those
taste.
About 6 feet tighter would be nice.
Yeah, you want one tight to the rings and one a couple feet over the hog line, and then you're in business with 2 guards. And just keep throwing these to the same side and then start peeling. Could come around here too. But that yellow rock's in a bad spot. That's a nice rock to play a hit and roll off. You like to have those rocks right out on the 12-foot.
We're on the guards. We're going to have more guards here now.
Okay, so now game on. We've got a pile up front. And
give Michelle a chance here.
This gives Michelle a chance to bury some stones. We got a beautiful little port there now you come through with backing.
Yep.
Or a jam rock. So if you come around the middle, well, I'd leave that yellow rock for now. They're going to try to hit and roll now. Got a good hitter up at the plate here, so they're going to go for it. Just a little soft, huh?
Not a chance.
Just maybe board weight there.
Yeah.
There's too much curl with that weight.
Like to get this on the rings. And yes, they did. Same shot still there for D.
Yep. That Yellowstone coming up short may help D. McEnroe. That's just another guard, really.
Tight again.
A little more weight this time, though. They might be able to hold this. We'll see.
Nope.
Looks like they're only going to catch a piece at best, right? And just slid by. Well, you got a lot of clutter up front here. It's going to be a battle to see who gets to the 4-foot first.
The old first hog to the trough.
First hog to the trough. You got it.
What does that say? This looks perfect. Perfect. If it's by, it's money.
The weight is pretty nice.
Oh, it's by too. It's just going to get by. Oh my goodness, just rubbed a little bit. Didn't leave it in a bad spot though. Didn't leave it in a bad spot.
I think a hack weight, or you can come off the top yellow.
And get one to the...
Right on the pot.
Yeah.
You're going to go after the back one. I'm surprised.
Trouble brewing here for Michelle McEnroe. MJ firmed this one up. It's on the one on the forefoot. It may roll off.
We're going to get the splatter shot.
May roll off. Right over the top.
We're going to get the splat. Oh, almost got the splatter shot.
Yep.
Just nick and roll, yep.
Now you want to go top 4 here. Oh, I want to go top 4, top button here now.
Yeah, you just go right around.
Everything, absolutely. I don't like this at all. She pointed to like just blocking the draw path, but this is go for the jug time here.
Oh, you're up 3. We don't need no guards, Johnny.
No. Got weight. Oh, it's actually coming down real nice. It's going to make contact with that one on the center. Just get to it, actually. A little light.
Okay, one more chance to play the hit and roll off this outer stone.
Yep. Maybe a little more ice. All right, Otto. Looks like she got out into the readable spot here now.
And will it come up?
No, it's actually going to fall. It fell. The shooter's going bye-bye. Somewhere in between there. Now Arlene wasting no time tapping her broom on the top of the forefoot.
So you don't have to worry about the end off anymore.
Nope.
That stone's gone.
Nope. It's a real tough draw the other way for blue with that blue rock.
Oh, you have to be on sheet 4. And it may not curl from there.
No, it's true.
It may run into the trough between the sheets. This one's running pretty hot. That's going to be back of the tee.
Back 12.
Well, no hook to the trough yet.
Nope.
But another chance here.
Sometimes it's so hard to hit that 4-foot circle.
Yeah, this is the side they've hardly played. So my guess is this side of the ice is a wee bit slower.
Quick update for you before we get down to Michelle's shot. One of the Charbonneau playoff games on sheet 4. And that would be Team Costello versus Team Law. Team Law is ahead 7-1, playing the 6th end, just starting the 6th end. On sheet 5, Team Morehouse against Team Acosta. Team Morehouse is ahead 6-2. After 6 ends, they are playing the 7th.
Yeah, big steal of 2 there for Team Law to extend his lead. Looks like he's cruising on to the finals. Team Morehouse in control on his sheet, up 4.
And we'll be excited about calling that game tomorrow night for you folks, whatever time we announce it to be. And a little light here from Michelle. Little light. And things just went from bad to worse, unfortunately, for Team McEnroe.
Facing at least 2. I don't know if the top yellow's on. Chance for Erling Pulio to plug that out-turn hole.
Mm-hmm.
You can go right to the 4-foot here, but if you come up short, wouldn't be the worst. Still draw around it. There's plenty of curl out there. Even half buried on the 8-foot top 4 would be just dandy.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to. She did tap her broom up in the 12-foot. I'm not sure I like that call because then you're leaving still the whole 8-foot circles.
Yeah, you
open,
come around it.
I mean, right.
Yeah, use it for a guard to come around back 4,
Absolutely.
buried.
Yep.
That would force a tough draw for your single.
Yeah. She does have hammer here.
And Michelle's only got one bullet left, so you're not giving up stealing more than one.
Sure.
I think you go right for the 4-foot here, buried.
Agreed.
And that could end the game.
Little light. No, maybe not. They're dragging it. It's not by, though.
And they're just going to get to the 12-foot.
Yeah.
All right, so you just go around back 4 here, buried.
Yep.
Just move the rings back 3 feet.
Boy.
Just pretend you move the rings back 3 feet, and that's the center guard. So come right around. You have to go back 4 to get shot. And then force Arlene into a tough draw for a single. Get this one buried.
This is why the skips get the big bucks.
That's right.
Big opportunity here for Michelle to steal
lot,
here.
Lot heavier. Lot heavier.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Overcorrected.
Oh, boy. Yikes.
That'll be game, set, and match.
I think so. That's clearly. I think they're sitting 4 right now.
And that was the right
I don't
line.
know that the one up on top is out. They're shaking hands, actually.
They're going to concede.
Yep. No more.
So call it a 6-3 win for Team Puleo. 6 in, not completed. Although actually it didn't throw all the rocks, right? So I guess the team that didn't throw the last rocks gets credit for all their stones. So that's another 4. Make it a 10-3 final. And Arlene Puleo is the Mickey Haase champion for 2019.
Right, congratulations to her and her rank with Liz Cato and Dawn Scherer and Cindy Shirelli.
So thanks everybody for joining in. Looks like Team Morehouse and Team Law are on their way to the Charbonneau Finals. We'll bring that to you tomorrow night. Both teams in solid control of their games. Look to our YouTube site on the UCC channel to find out what time that game will be, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for joining in.